Hi everyone, this is Carmen Marshall, founder and president of Live Well International, and I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about goal setting and why it's so very important in our business. I learned this when I was a teenager. About 14 years old, I went to a seminar where a man spoke. He was probably about 60 years old, and he talked about the importance of goal setting, that when he was a teenager, he had set these goals and he kept refining them throughout the years, and he had 100 goals that he wanted to do. And they were incredible things like sailing down the Amazon, climbing one of the highest peaks in the Alps, traveling all of the Eastern European countries, just a myriad of goals that were just fascinating. And by the time he was 60, he had actually done almost, I think it was 88 of them. And that so inspired me. I went home and at 14 years old started writing goals, and I have ever since then. I think a lot of us, though, have probably set goals in the past, and we may not have actually reached them. And so we get very despondent, and we think that goals don't work, or we beat ourselves up, and then we never set goals again. But what I want to explain to you is that the power of goals is not actually in always achieving them exactly, because sometimes we actually overachieve them, sometimes we actually underachieve them, but it doesn't actually matter, because the very act of setting goals propels us further ahead than we would have done if we hadn't have set goals. So I really encourage you to set your goals, and we have a fantastic webcast on the Live Well back office. It's an hour long where I actually take you through how to set goals. There's a worksheet that you download and you go through, and I take you through it step by step. And I go through all the things, not only for your USANA business, but also for your life, for your health, for your personal development, for your family goals, your relationship goals. And I go through some of the common challenges, some of the hurdles that we come up against with goals, but it's a very comprehensive way of setting goals. The other thing that we do with Live Well is at the end of the year, before we set our goals in the new year, we always do this exercise that I call looking back before we look forward. And what that does is it actually helps us remember all the good things that we did in the past year, instead of beating ourselves up on all the things that we didn't do. Then from that vibration level of all the things that we did well, we then set our goals, because we're actually setting our goals at a higher vibration, because we're actually patting ourselves on the back for all the things we did do. And it's also a really good way to keep track of the years, because life goes by so quickly. I look back at my 2006 highlights, my 2007 highlights, and I'm like, wow, I did that? If I hadn't have written it down, I probably would have forgotten. Then I also recommend that you review your goals every quarter. So for example, you could go onto the back office right now, the Live Well back office, and you could actually do the hour webcast and really solidify your goals for USANA, for Live Well, for your life, and then just review them every quarter. Then at the start of the new year, you'll redo them completely, because sometimes you'll just have utterly changed what you wanted. I'll give you a good example. When I first started USANA, it was so I would never, one of my goals was to never work for anyone ever again in my life. Now obviously I will never have to do that again, so that's no longer one of my goals. I've transcended, or I've actually reworked my goals to include other things. So it's exciting, because goals can really change. You can also renegotiate with yourself that perhaps it's not a goal that you really wanted. Maybe it was a goal that your partner wanted or your mother wanted. So we help you with all of that. But what I really want to emphasize is that goal setting is meant to propel us forward. Never feel bad if you don't quite achieve them, because that's not the purpose of the goal. A goal is like a journey. It's going to improve your life just by setting it. So thank you for spending some time with me. I look forward to working with you on the Live Well back office, seeing you at one of our events, and have an absolutely fantastic day. And remember to go into the back office and start setting your goals.